Did you know that the average price of a home in Canada has skyrocketed by over 50% in the past decade? In cities like Toronto and Vancouver, this surge is more like a rocket launch than a gentle liftoff. But what does this mean for you, the prospective homebuyer? Well, it's crucial to grasp these market dynamics. Rising prices reflect not just a robust market, but also the challenges in affordability. So if you're eyeing a spot in the Canadian housing market, staying informed is your first key move. Before you start dreaming about that front porch and backyard, let's talk numbers. Getting your finances in order is the crucial first step in buying a home. It's not just about having enough for a down payment, it involves a holistic view of your financial health. First off, saving for a down payment is like preparing for a marathon. It requires consistent effort and discipline. In Canada, you typically need a down payment of at least 5% of the home's purchase price for properties costing less than $500,000. But remember, the more you can put down, the less you'll pay in interest over time. Next, securing mortgage pre-approval is akin to having a backstage pass at a concert. It gives you a clear insight into what you can afford and shows sellers you're a serious buyer. It involves a lender examining your financial background, including your income, debts, employment history, and credit score. This not only helps in setting a realistic budget, but also positions you as a preferred buyer in competitive markets. Additionally, factor in the other costs that often surprise new homeowners. These include property taxes, which vary by location, and home inspection fees, critical for avoiding costly repairs down the line. Also, don't forget about closing costs, which can range from 1.5% to 4% of the purchase price. By understanding and preparing for these expenses, you ensure that you're not just buying a house, but securing a home that won't break the bank. Remember, a solid financial foundation makes the home buying process smoother and less stressful. Location, location, location. The golden rule of real estate isn't just a cliché. When embarking on the quest for the perfect home, the importance of a great location cannot be overstated. It's about more than just the house itself. It's about the vibe of the neighborhood, the quality of local schools, the convenience of nearby amenities, and much more. Start by researching different neighborhoods. Look into crime rates and safety, the kind of information that will let you sleep peacefully at night. Local police reports and community forums online can provide insights that aren't immediately apparent. Schools are another critical factor, especially if you're planning a family or have children. The quality of local schools can significantly influence property values over time. Websites with school rankings and parent reviews can be a treasure trove of information. Don't forget the amenities. Are there parks, restaurants, gyms, or theaters? What about grocery stores or health services? The convenience of having these amenities within easy reach can dramatically enhance your lifestyle and daily convenience. Additionally, consider the future. Are there any planned developments or major construction projects on the horizon? These can affect property values positively or negatively, depending on their nature. Local government planning departments can provide development insights that might impact your decision. But here's a pro tip. Don't just rely on online research. Visit the neighborhoods at different times of the day and week. A quiet morning vibe might turn into a bustling night scene. Observing a place on both weekdays and weekends gives you a fuller picture of what it's really like to live there. Engage with locals, chat up the barista at the local coffee shop or the family playing in the park. They can offer unfiltered insights and experiences about the area that you might not find in any report. Choosing the right location not only affects your daily life, but also the future resale value of your home. It looks perfect, but let's dig a little deeper, shall we? When stepping into what might be your future home, it's easy to get swayed by a charming facade or a well-staged living room. However, beneath the surface, there could be issues lurking that might turn your dream home into a costly nightmare. That's where a thorough home inspection comes into play. A home inspection is not just a formality. It's a deep dive into the health of the property you're considering. Think of it as a full medical checkup for the house. It can reveal critical problems like structural issues, outdated electrical systems, or hidden mold, all of which could be expensive to fix. Choosing the right home inspector is key. Look for someone with a robust track record, preferably certified by a recognized body. They should have a sharp eye for detail and be completely impartial. Remember, their job is not to sell you the house, but to protect you from buying a potential disaster. During the inspection, pay close attention to the big-ticket items. The foundation, roof, plumbing, and electrical systems are the pillars that hold up the house, both figuratively and literally. Issues in these areas can be particularly expensive to repair. Also, don't forget to check the less obvious but equally important features like insulation, windows, and the condition of appliances. These can affect your living comfort and energy bills. An effective inspection can save you thousands in unexpected repairs, making it a crucial step in the home buying journey. Now, the art of the deal truly begins. Making an offer on a home isn't just about slapping down a figure you fancy. It's about strategy, finesse, and a bit of psychological play. When deciding on your offer price, it's crucial to consider the current market conditions, the home's condition, and how long it's been on the market. Is it a buyer's market, or is it a seller's paradise? The answer will significantly influence your approach. Think of your initial offer as an opening move in a chess game. It should be competitive enough to catch the seller's attention, but also leave room for negotiation. This is where your research pays off. Knowing the selling prices of similar homes in the area, often referred to as comps, can empower you to make a data-driven decision. Now let's talk negotiation tactics. It's like a dance, really. If the seller counters your offer, don't sweat it. It's pretty standard. The key is to keep your cool and not get emotionally attached. Each counteroffer gives you insight into the seller's priorities. Are they quick to drop the price, or are they holding firm? This can indicate how eager or desperate they are to sell. Flexibility and patience are your best friends in this process. Perhaps the seller is firm on price but willing to make concessions elsewhere, like including appliances or closing at a preferred time. These negotiations aren't just about the dollar amount, they're about the value of the entire package. Remember, every term you negotiate, from the closing date to the inclusions, can have significant implications. It's like haggling at a market. Every concession you get can enhance the overall value of your deal. In conclusion, making an offer and negotiating the terms of your home purchase are about balance. Ballpark too low, and you might offend the seller, or be outbid. Aim too high, and you could overpay. It's about finding that sweet spot where both parties feel they've won. A well-negotiated deal not only saves you money, but also sets the tone for a smooth closing process. You're almost there, just a few signatures away from your new home. Closing the deal on a property is like the final act of a well-scripted play. It all comes down to this moment where the curtains of bureaucracy part and you step into the spotlight as a homeowner. Now let's break down what this entails. First, there's the closing process, which involves a whirlwind of legal paperwork. This is where you make everything official. Your lawyer or notary will guide you through numerous documents that need your signature, ensuring everything is in order. Next up, finalizing the mortgage. This is when your lender releases the funds to the seller, and yes, it's as exciting as it sounds because it means you're almost at the finish line. Now, let's talk about transferring property ownership. This is the formal process where the title of the property is legally transferred from the seller to you, the buyer. Remember, there are some costs involved. Common closing costs include land transfer taxes, legal fees, and possibly a title insurance fee. Being prepared for these will smooth out the last bumps on your journey to homeownership. Crossing the T's and dotting the I's correctly will ensure that you walk away with the keys to your new home. Let's recap the journey to becoming a savvy homebuyer in Canada. Embarking on the quest to buy a home in the Great White North isn't just about scrolling through listings and picking out the prettiest porch. No, it's a finely tuned dance of preparation and precision. First and foremost, understanding your finances is crucial. This isn't just about knowing what's in your piggy bank. It involves getting pre-approved for a mortgage, understanding your budget, and preparing for unexpected costs. Remember, a dream home becomes a nightmare the moment it breaks the bank. Next up, location, location, location. It's the mantra of every wise home buyer. Whether you're looking for the bustling streets of Toronto or the serene landscapes of Nova Scotia, choosing the right location means considering factors like commute times, schools, amenities, and yes, even the local climate. Because, let's face it, not everyone is cut out for those Canadian winters. Then, there's the all-important home inspection. This is where you channel your inner detective. A thorough inspection can unveil hidden issues that could cost a fortune down the line. It's about looking beyond the fresh coat of paint and really digging into the bones of the building. Negotiation is where the art of the deal comes into play. Armed with information from your inspection, you're ready to negotiate like a pro. It's not just about the asking price. Terms like closing dates and contingencies can also be game changers. Finally, the closing. Dotting the I's and crossing the T's on all legal paperwork ensures that your dream home doesn't slip through your fingers because of a technicality. Equipped with these tips and tricks, you're now ready to navigate the Canadian real estate market with confidence. Happy house hunting!